Yeah, we're excited to get home. We haven't first two were on the road and decided to get back in front of our near capacity crowd uh, and listen to the call of the Hogs. UAB has a very good team, a great head coach and Coach Dilfer, and brings back a coordinator that played here, and Alex Mortensen, their offensive coordinator. Have high respect for him and what he's doing over there, but we're excited to get home and play UAB.
All right, Coach, we'll start you off with Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat Gazette.
Good morning, Sam. I know you guys do like a lot of analytical study. Turnover margin, what's the importance of that and for you guys to get that turned around this season?
Well, if you have, and it just goes up, the percentages go up as the differential in turnovers goes up or down, as it goes up. But basically, you'll win 80% of your games if you have less turnovers than your opponent. And very, very huge statistic. We work awful hard of it. We had, obviously, with a pick and then a touchdown off of it because, our defense had basically, well, they did. They shut them out in the first half. Big momentum turn, change as well, and then on the punt as well. But we work on it each and every day, and unfortunately, sometimes things happen. But we certainly talk about it a lot, and we work on it a lot. So we know the fewer turnovers you have less than your opponent, you have at least an 80% chance to win the game.
Talking to your players last night about Trent Dilfer, I think they were kind of aware of him, but not fully. I wonder if you've crossed paths and what your knowledge of Trent Dilfer is.
Yeah, I obviously know who he is and all the success that he's had. I have spoke with him and talked to him just a couple of times over the telephone, but that's about the only thing I know about him, except for his amazing playing career and certainly the fine job that he's doing as a coach.
Next is Wes Pruitt of 4-Star Sports Media.
Hey, Coach, when you look at the topic right now, discussion for Arkansas, a lot of it is on the offensive side with Bobby Petrino and the high-powered offense. But speak a little bit on Travis Williams and how you think this defense has performed through 2 weeks.
Well, I think both sides warranted great conversation. Obviously, we're doing some great things offensively, but the way that we're playing defensive football, especially for the first 7 quarters of the year, we have Travis and his group over there have done an outstanding job, along with the players. Obviously, they're flying around the football. We're limited big plays. Obviously, Oklahoma State had a trick play, a flea flicker, a reverse flea flicker that got us. But we're just talking about continuing to. We let them. They earn touchdowns in the fourth quarter inside the red zone. We have to stop that. But other than that, we're playing very hard, limited mistakes, doing a good job of tackling. I thought we did a good job last week of tackling and limiting their outstanding back to minimal yards. And you're right. Travis has got them excited to play. They're playing hard, tackling well. We have to get more turnovers, and if I had anything negative to say, we've got to get more turnovers.
Coach, on a follow-up to that, when you look at it on the offensive side of things, talk a little bit about what your thoughts are on Taylor Green so far and how he's been able to really buy into this offense.
I wish I was surprised about his performance. I'm not. I felt like he would do what he's doing now. I think he'll continue to get better as the season progresses. But he just has such great leadership skills, and what he does, he exudes confidence, and therefore it goes, completely across the whole entire offense and the football team. But he's making good decisions. Even the one that was picked, he got hit on it, so that ball fluttered on him. But he's made some really good decisions. He's good on his run reads. He's getting the ball out of his hand well, and he's had as good a practice as I've seen this week with accuracy of the ball, driving the football. But a lot of that goes back to he was a good player. I think he can be a great player with the tutelage of Bobby Petrino. I think that's helped him as well.
Thanks, Coach.
Next, we'll go to Sean Gerard, CBS Sports.
Hey, Coach, of course, you have such a strong offensive line background. I'm curious, when you look around college football right now, do you feel like in the portal era that offensive lines have maybe taken a step back at times? And I'm curious kind of why you think that might be.
Well, I don't know if the bottom line is that if you keep a group of individuals together, and let's say most people will recruit 5 offensive linemen per year. Let's say you hit on 4 of them. And then the next year you hit on another 4. Well, that gives you 8, and that's about what you need. Everybody wants more than that. But if you had 8 and you continued to keep them together and develop them, boy, you could have you a really solid, good offensive line. But what happens now with the portal is you'll lose 3 of them. You'll lose 4 of them. And therefore, you're bringing in new guys, and the cohesiveness and things like that are not as good as what they used to be. Offensive linemen play well when they're playing together well. And as you develop them over the years together, you should have a stronger and better offensive line. I remember when I was at Georgia and I was losing guys, in the 3rd year, and they're going first round and second, whatever, they was going high. And it hurt us because we only had them for 3 years. Well, imagine now you only have them for 1. Then it gets difficult to manage that cohesiveness. So I think that's where offensive lines are getting hurt a little bit in this day and age.
When you are talking to, I guess, guys who are younger on your roster, I mean, how difficult is it these days to tell them, hey, you know what, this might be a 2-3 year process, but please stick it out?
Well, it's difficult because you have finances involved. That if it wasn't that, and basically you're paying the kids that are out on the field, and obviously more and all that. So it's difficult. Relationships help with that. I don't know if it overrides finances. And so I think we have a really good relationship, really good cohesiveness in our team between coach and player. But at the same time, and a lot of it has to do with parents, how strong the parent is and how much they understand the process. Did dad play? Did mom play? How much they understand sticking with a program that can develop you over the long haul will be the best thing for you. But it's difficult. Those conversations are difficult, but I don't know how to do it any different than say where they're at and where you think they can go, and then go from there. And then ultimately the decision to stay or leave is theirs. But I think leaving sometimes puts a kid back, if he's getting developed the right way at his current university.
If we have time for one more, we'll go with Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Sam, I know the secondary is a little banged up to start the week. Just wondering if you have an update on, I guess, Cuddy and Hudson, and how I think you said Braxton was dealing with some tendonitis too.
Yeah. Well, Brax hasn't practiced much this week. We're going to check him out. Got a bone bruise, and we're going to check him out a little bit more today. Hud, he's doubtful. I don't know that he'll be ready this week. Cuddy, I think he'll be fine. But Braxton's probably still wait and see. I probably know more about it after today's practice, to be honest with you, Bob. And then Cuddy will go, and Hudge is very, very doubtful.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Coach, thank you for your time today.
Thank you, guys.